Joined now by our Edmonton Bureau reporter Ryan Rishaug in Edmonton. Ryan, after the Game 3 loss, Stuart Skinner said, quote, "You just can't be letting in 4 goals, especially against the Dallas Stars." Now let's take you back to the second round. Skinner struggled in Game 3. The Oilers lost, and they also trailed 2-1. That's when they sat Skinner and went to Calvin Pickard. But Knoblauch says Skinner will start Game 4. What are your thoughts on the decision?
Jermaine, I think it's the right decision. You know, I think that when a goaltender's performance is getting in the way of your team winning, I think that's when you have to start thinking about making a change. I don't view that as being the case with Skinner at all right now. While he admitted he didn't like the 4th goal, and it wasn't a great goal, it was something that the Dallas Stars had actually studied on him and something that Robertson had looked at some film on and a little area where they were able to exploit. And he didn't like that 4th goal. Skinner, when the game was tied, did a pretty good job. You know, the first 3 goals, I'm not sure we're going to hang any of those directly around his neck either. So I don't believe his play got in the way of his team's ability to win that game. There were far deeper problems with the Oilers in the final 40 minutes of that game. So I think sticking with Skinner in this moment is the right call to make. And Knoblauch has shown he's willing to make the switch. But to me, this is good instinct to stay with his number 1 guy right now.
Yeah, and we may be touching on those issues right here, Ryan. The Oilers had a 2-0 lead in Game 1 and needed double overtime to get the win. And in Game 3, they also had a 2-0 lead before giving up 3 straight in the second period. What do you make of the Oilers failing to hold on to the lead in these situations?
Yeah, Dallas is a team that really knows how to push, Jermaine. Like, the Oilers have figured out, how to have strong starts, but there's a push coming, and they know it. And both times, the times that you mentioned, Dallas has really been able to take over the game in a lot of ways. The Oilers are getting away from what brings them early success. I think that's a good forecheck. I think that's finishing checks and being kind of relentless in nature. When they get away from that, I think they let the Stars off the hook a little bit. Dallas really has the ability to transition up ice quickly and generate lots. The Oilers just need to figure out ways to pull some of that momentum back, whether that's the details in their game, not getting away from them through increased physicality. There's a number of different ways they can do it, Jermaine, but Dallas really forces the issue. And Edmonton needs to figure out a way when they sense that push coming from Dallas, take it upon themselves as individuals to figure out what they can do in any given moment, because the details fall out of their game and Dallas just pounces.
And also worth noting that the lethal Oilers power play we've seen all playoffs has been shut down in this series with very few opportunities. They're 0 for 5. Ryan, thanks for this. With Skinner getting the net, let's compare how he's been through 3 games against the Stars versus his first 3 games against the Canucks before he was benched for Game 4 against Vancouver in favor of Calvin Pickard. Edmonton has identical records, but his stats against Dallas are much better. An .897 save percentage versus a sub-800 against Vancouver, and his goals against is almost 2 full goals better. With more